Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of 4 Minutes of History, Art and Culture with your virtual city guide, Akim Ferrandina. So the first and the second episodes were about the ancient Romans in Vienna. The third one was about Charlemagne, and so we started to talk about the medieval era. The medieval era in Europe was from his time up to the 15th century altogether. You've maybe already heard this term, the Dark Ages, but they were not so dark like we were thinking in the past. Of course, the life of the people was in these times very, very hard. They had no heated apartments, not really like we have them nowadays. They had no smartphones, they had no Instagram, no YouTube and all these things. But they had a lot of fun too, so it was not so dark. And exactly in these dark ages, or in the medieval era better, we can start to talk about a very, very important dynasty for the history of Austria. I'm now not talking about the Habsburgs, I'm talking about the Babenbergs, in German Babenberger. A very, very important dynasty which was able to rule over Austria from the 10th to the 13th century altogether. So you've heard this term Austria, you say Austria, but we used to say Österreich. And Österreich is after Osterriki. And Osterriki, complicated now I know, you have to split it in Ost, which means east, and Riki, which means Reich, German realm. So the realm at east. Piece of land was given to the Babenbergs. They have to rule over it. They have to defend it from the pagans because the Christianity was not everywhere in Europe. And in their times, many, many things happened. So I will mention many of these Babenbergs. Altogether, I think 3. I will start with Leopold III, and then I will mention other 2. One, in his time, Austria became a duchy, and another one was able to capture Richard Lionheart, the King of England. And now we are exactly heading toward mosaic, where you will be able to see Leopold III. He became then a saint, because in his time, when he was able to rule over these parts of Austria, he was able to do this in a very good way. They say, you know, history, we don't know every time if this is real or not real history. But he was a very intelligent person. He had a lot of children. When, if I remember right, 17 altogether, so very, very much, but maybe I don't remember right. And this Leopold III was a very capable man. You have to know Leopold, in German, and the German way of spelling it is a very popular name in Austria. And when you will be in Austria, maybe you will meet a person called Leopold. And this name was used afterwards too, from the Habsburgs, for example. So now, in a few seconds, you will be able to see him, or better, a mosaic of him. Okay, tricky part here, pretty, and then left and right, and left and right, and then another, perfect. And here you can see a mosaic. Mario will go a bit closer to it. There you see him, a man with a beard, stands for wisdom. A sword, because he's a defender of the Christianity. He's holding a church too. He founded. In the medieval era, it was very important to found as much churches or abbeys as possible. The more you were able to found, the more your popularity was in this time. So I hope you enjoyed this this introduction to the Babenbergs. Have a look over there to the Church of the Minor Friars. If you like this video, please leave me a thumb up. Follow me, press the bell. Thank you very much, and we see us next week by the 5th episode of 4 Minutes of History, Art and Culture in Vienna. Thank you very, very much. Medieval era, we have to restart it. Nachwahl, test, stop, we have to restart. I'm sorry.
5, 4, aufgenommen.
Balle. This was not really good what I was doing. Ich habe einen Fehler gemacht. English was not good and we restarted. No. Okay.